Should've known that I really love you. Now that you're gone, it's like I'm feeling alone. I just had to make this song for you. Wish we could talk on the phone instead of writing alone. I could never make this plain to say. I smoke so much weed but can't seem to take this pain away. I've been so fucked up I can't even think straight. But I'm never giving up, I was born to be great. I'm screaming, Dad, I miss you. Dad, I miss you. Dad, I miss you. Dad, I miss you. It's the saddest picture. I need a bag of tissue. Dad, I miss you. Dad, I miss you. Got so much to say, so I pray. Yeah. I never intended to go to jail and get sentenced. I went through hell in them trenches. Now I'm a felon, but listen, I think it's bad I finished. I think it's bad I empty. All of this pain is up in me. Throughout the rain, I done witnessed that I had to change and be different. Cause I was headed down the dangerous road. Started back smoking cigarettes and I started drinking more. For you, I'd run 1,000 miles through the rain and snow. You done lost your damn mind if you say I ain't the goal. Cause I did way more than all these rappers. I ain't no capper. Boy, this a whole nother chapter. Boy, you a whole nother actor. Flip your ass backwards. Then go and roll up a fat one. I'm trying to be more than a rapper. Trying to be more than a counselor. Could be a coach or a pope. I give them hope if they lack it. Know that I'm open for action. I'm cold with the flow. I can't cope, so I roll me a fat one. I smoke this weed cause it's natural. Just know before Eve there was Adam. I plant a seed like it's magic. Can't see what I see cause it's tragic. Compete with a beast. At least you can see I'm not average. I chose to speak for my daddy. Tears in my eyes, you can see I'm not happy. But I had to speak for my daddy. Rest in peace to my daddy. Want you to know that I really love you. Now that you're gone, it's like I'm feeling alone. I just had to make this song for you. Wish we could talk on the phone instead of writing alone. I could never make this plain to say. I smoke so much weed but can't seem to take this pain away. I've been so fucked up I can't even think straight. But I'm never giving up, I was born to be great. I'm screaming, Dad, I miss you. Dad, I miss you. Dad, I miss you. Dad, I miss you. It's the saddest picture. I need a bag of tissue. Dad, I miss you. Dad, I miss you. Got so much to say, so I pray. Yeah.
What it do, what it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Say, man. Yeah, that was a song by my pops. Rest in peace. I'm gonna do a video one day, and I throw little shit in there about him. But every now and then I throw little things in there. But I'm gonna do a video one day about him. But yeah, he passed like 2.5 years ago from COVID-19. But that's a whole nother story. There are no rewards or benefits for being a real ninja. You know what? I'm just gonna say being real, because I don't like the N-word or the ninja to try to cover up the word. It just, but that's what we call it in these streets. Yeah, a real nigga and all that shit there. I don't fuck with the word, but I don't knock who do use it. I just stopped using it years ago, and it's kind of hard to start back using it when you stopped. I completely stopped like 7 years ago. I just stopped using it. Matter of fact, it's been longer than that. But anyway, yeah, I want to talk about that because, even Christians, like everybody look for a benefit for the good that they do. Everybody. Motherfuckers just don't do shit out the kindness of their hearts. Even Christians will tell you, yeah, motherfucker give you a ride somewhere or just some small shit. And you be like, man, thank you, man. Thank you. Oh, no, don't thank me. I'm just doing the Lord's work. Cause he gonna give it back to me 3 times fold. So it's kind of like like you ever heard a Christian bragging about some shit they did? It'd be like, yeah, but I ain't tripping because, God gonna give it right back to me. He gonna double that. It's more like the more I do good, it's like I'm only doing it because I'm gonna get a reward in the end. Yeah, God gonna give it back to me double and 3 times what I gave to you. So it's damn near a hustle. It's like I'm doing good because I want something good to come in return. And I guess that's just the natural human mind. We do good shit hoping that we'll get something good in return. Some of the biggest fuck boys that has ever existed, even P. Diddy, motherfuckers like him, he's probably done some good to some motherfuckers. Everybody have done some good, but to be real, or consider real what we call in these streets, there are no rewards or benefits. First example, I got this picture of Malcolm X. His story is one of the most touching stories to me because Malcolm X kept it real. Kept it real. Let me tell you the realest shit he did. When he found out about Elijah Muhammad messing with them underage girls and shit, and had like 3 or 4 baby mamas, but had been banning brothers from being a Muslim and Xing motherfuckers out for even smoking a cigarette. The slightest thing will get your ass suspended from the Nation of Islam. They was very strict. But the very leader that enforced those rules was doing wrong himself. And I remember reading Malcolm's book, the one that's called As Told to Alex Haley. That's the one coming straight from him, and Alex Haley just writing down what he's saying. Malcolm X used to go to his house, sit down and talk, and Alex Haley would pretty much type what he's saying. And he was fucked up when he found out. It fucked him up because, man, Malcolm X said, bro, at any point, I would have literally gave my life for this man. He was like a father to me. I'm not going to say a god, but Malcolm X honored this man. Wouldn't talk back to him. Whatever Elijah Muhammad said, Malcolm was with that shit. Even if he thought it wasn't in his best interest, he was loyal. Loyal to the Nation of Islam. Loyal, bro. When he found that shit out, and it started when Malcolm X said something about John F. Kennedy after he died. Because Elijah Muhammad, and this was another thing that was very soft to me. Elijah Muhammad put out a word that, hey, none of the Muslim brothers, don't say nothing about this death of the white boy, John F. Kennedy, because America was so upset about it. And I guess he didn't want to upset white folks or some shit. But Malcolm X, they asked him about it, and he said, well, the chickens are coming to roost. And for that, he was suspended. Before he even got off his flight and made it back to Chicago, matter of fact, when he made it back to Chicago, Elijah Muhammad had a sit down with him and told him, bro, I'm going to silence you. You are not allowed to speak no more. You are not allowed to do interviews. You are not allowed to do basically what you call counsel. Yeah, Malcolm X was the first to get counsel, and he got counseled by Elijah Muhammad. So when Elijah Muhammad told Malcolm this, when he left the office, when he got in his cab, before he even made it home, it was all over the news that the Nation of Islam had silenced Malcolm X. Let's break that down. Let me tell you something. The Nation of Islam, and I'm not trying to dip, but I'm just going to speak facts and what I think. The Nation of Islam is supposed to be a black organization. For one, you ain't supposed to have white folks in your business. It was almost like Elijah Muhammad was letting white folks know, I got his ass in check. I truly believe that there was jealousy because Malcolm X, when he got out of prison and started speaking, he took over. People was way more interested in hearing from Malcolm X than Elijah Muhammad. I think that played a factor. It was a lot of brothers that was in the Nation of Islam that was hating on him. But anyway, so with it getting out to the news and all in the newspaper on the front page, Malcolm X has been silenced by Elijah Muhammad. That was one of the most monkey moves. You silenced Malcolm X for saying something about a white boy. Anyway, let's keep going. Malcolm X, because a Muslim brother warned him and said, bro, they told me to kill you. I couldn't do it. It was a Muslim brother that told Malcolm X, bro, I was supposed to kill you, such and such. They wanted me to put a car bomb in your car, put a bomb in your car. I couldn't do it, bro. And he told Malcolm. So when Malcolm X's house got set on fire and all these things started happening, Malcolm X said, before he died, it was like a few weeks, he said, I know the Nation of Islam very well. I know there's a lot of trained brothers. I know what they teach. I know how my brothers move. But it's some stuff that's going on, and this ain't the Nation of Islam right here. It was after that house fire and shit like that. He said, this ain't the Nation of Islam. It's deeper. Okay. Malcolm X, another thing that made him real. See, a lot of these days, real is dumb. Malcolm X refused to pat his his congregation down at the door, even though it was death threats on his life. He refused to pat down it because he said, I don't want you to feel like animals, and I wanted you to feel welcome. But that's what cost him his life. Malcolm X was the first black leader to get gunned down by black men. Yeah, this before hip hop, and he was the first one to get gunned down in front of his wife and kids by black men. And he died broke. His wife didn't receive no money. Also, let me say this because I almost forgot. When Malcolm X went against Elijah Muhammad and denounced that shit, that was some real shit, because I'm going to tell you something. With him, because he had the mosque in New York, and Elijah Muhammad had the one in Chicago, which was the big mosque. But he had the one in New York in Harlem. And with him not fucking with Elijah Muhammad no more, there's no more money. The cars was in Elijah Muhammad's name. The house was in Elijah Muhammad's name. And even Betty was getting on to him. We don't have shit. Everything we have is tied into the Nation of Islam. With you breaking away from them, we don't have nothing. And we don't have no protection. Malcolm X was different. He sacrificed everything, his money, everything, his life. He knew he was going to die. But I'm not finna sit here and sit in this mosque knowing you messing with underage women. I can't follow a man like, man, Malcolm X was fucked up behind this shit. But anyway, whether it was the Nation of, let me tell you something about the Nation of Islam, why I can't respect y'all. Whether it was the Nation of Islam that killed them or not, either way it go, it was a white boy that sent you. It was a white boy that sent you them black folks to kill them. It was a white boy that sent them. Yeah. So, because many of the brothers with Nation of Islam was informants. Yeah, just like in the streets, everybody in every trap house, it's at least 2 informants. Just like in the Nation of Islam, it was undercovers. So, they was working with the feds, hands down. I don't know if Elijah Muhammad, I think he was. Because I think he was about money. I think he was working with the feds. But anyway, what further solidified it, after Malcolm X died, there has never been a point, and they go for Louis Farrakhan, they go for Elijah Muhammad, they go for all the Nation of Islam. They never really tried hard. They never went out their way to try to, man, we would never harm Malcolm X. They never seemed hurt. There was never no mourning, because this brother was with y'all for over 12 years. Fresh out of prison, he came straight to the Nation of Islam. He was with you for 12 to 13 years. Because that's how long he stayed out before he was killed. So, there was never no cries, no tears. There was never no, we just not going to speak on it. There was never no heart for Malcolm X. There was never no remorse. There was never no tears shed. And there was never no being adamant about it. Just all y'all wanted to say, we didn't do it. It wasn't, there was never no pain behind the death of Malcolm X. Give a fuck what you think. Give a fuck if you think he falsely accused Elijah Muhammad. Malcolm X was for black folks, and he was killed. So if you really for the people, that should have bothered you. That shit didn't bother the Nation of Islam. That shit didn't bother them not one bit. So Malcolm X was killed. His wife was left broke with four daughters. She was left broke with 4 daughters. Broke. Nation of Islam didn't give her a dime. But in today's time, people would say Malcolm X is one of the dumbest people that has ever, because he risked it all. Knowing that my family may not have nothing, but his fight was bigger than his family. It was bigger than that. And a lot of women don't understand that. Even Betty at times, she would get frustrated because men ain't men these days, and it's hard. A real man, a real warrior is the most unselfish man there is. To care about your people is 10 times greater than caring about your family. A lot of people think if you care about black folk, that means you don't love your kids and you don't love your woman because you putting the race before her. To care about your people is to care about your woman and your family. Black folks, we just some of the selfish, most cold-hearted. I'm telling you, we hateful like the white boy now. Just as hateful as the white boy has been to us, that's how hateful we are to each other. There are no rewards or benefits in being a real Listen, another example. I always talk about I took the charge for my homie, and I went down for the whole team. And over the last couple of years, I just when I would talk about it, or me and my wife would be talking, I'd be like, man, I was stupid as fuck for that shit. But it really wasn't that I was stupid, bro. It's just that we do shit thinking that real shit gonna come back to us. I thought there was nothing more real than to take the charge for my little bro. That was my little bro. He was 17, I'm 18. I thought that was the realest shit I could ever do. And not only that, I lived up to everything I ever told him. When we was out there in the streets, I always said, bro, I'll never let you go down. If it come down to it, I'll go down. I always told him this. I told his mama that. And I lived up to that shit. Spent 5 years of my life. I remember brothers coming in the county jail while I was fighting the case. Dudes that used to come over to his house and kick it with us. They were like, bro, I wouldn't do that shit. Man, them dudes ain't even talking about you out there. They out there living life. Bro, I wouldn't take no charge for no whole team, bro. And it was just a lot of people that were just telling me, man, don't do that shit, bro. You know, my pops told me don't do that shit. A lot of people, man, what are you doing? A lot of black people looked at me like I was stupid. But in my opinion, I thought this was what being real is. To be willing to take a charge for your homie, to be willing to take a bullet for your homie, to be willing to sacrifice yourself for those that you love. I thought that was what real is. These days, bro, a motherfucker would tell you dumb as fuck. And like I said, out of all the homies that I fucked with close that was around, the ones that did the crime or the ones that was around, I have never received a phone. I've been out of prison 10 years. I have never received one phone call. I have never received a message. I have never received nothing. Wasn't no coming home from prison party. You know, I done seen motherfuckers get prison parties, motherfuckers that done snitched and everything. Everybody know he a snitch, but he get a prison party every time he come home from doing 6 months. And then got caught with an ounce of crack, 14 grams of coke, and 10 grams of meth. But he do 6 months every time he go down, and he get a party every time he come home. So nowadays, real is fake, and fake is real. But I just learned, bro, that I tell you this though, I'm way more careful who I give my loyalty to, because I thought those was my brothers. We was a team. We fucked with each other every single day. And like I said, my best friend, he caught a capital murder after I went to prison. He been on death row ever since. So, yeah. But, you know, it's crazy. I swear that shit always bothered me because, in my opinion, I was treated like I was the snitch. When nobody's fucking with you, when you get out and everybody hear you out, nobody ever hit you up. Motherfuckers silence. Motherfuckers quiet as shit. Quiet as shit. One of the homies, I saw him, and he tried to act like we had never stopped talking. Kicked it, smoked a few blunts. After that, I never heard from him again. I thought we had re-linked up or some shit. We were talking about the old times and shit. That motherfucker never, and I remember giving him my number that night. I had been out like 6 months at the time. I was like, bro, we gonna fuck around, bro. You know what I'm saying? This and that. And we was back like just fucking around just like we used to that night. But after that night, bro, man, that motherfucker never hit me up again. And it's just crazy how that shit happened. That shit was crazy, bro. Yeah, my family looked at me like I was stupid, and my homies abandoned me. So, you know, and the motherfuckers didn't tell me I was real for that shit. Yeah, it was a couple of homies like, bro, Charles solid, bro. Charles a solid ass dude, man. It's a couple of them, but nah. Fuckboys are way more appreciated in these streets. Listen, my last story is this. The most fucked up shit I ever heard while I was in prison. I was 19, had been gone about a year. We had some shit with the Mexicans and pretty much smashed them, and I ended up in SEG for that shit. So I'm in SEG, 19. Yeah, I ain't been gone but a year. So was this, so when you in SEG, you can't see nobody, but you can talk through the doors and shit. So it was a little homie from Cali, and a little light-skinned motherfucker, a little bitty motherfucker, but he was crippin' crazy. But, you know, he knew what I was, and he had heard about me and shit like that. So he let me know, bro, I ain't on no disrespectful shit, but, you know, I'm crippin' this and that. But he was like, you know what I'm saying? And we just got kind of cool. We just started talking. You can get cool with anybody and say it, because you're lonely. You can't talk to nobody. You can't see nobody. You in a small-ass cell. You got to get handcuffed just to come out and take a shower. If you oversleep, you won't take a shower. They bring you your food. You can't leave nowhere. You can't, no rec, no nothing. We was on straight 24-hour lockdown. So We started talking every day. And he chopping it up with me and shit like that. And so I'm talking about what I went in for and shit like that. So one day, man, he tell me, he said, bro, man, he was like, man, my family don't fuck with me, bro. I was like, what? What's up? He was like, man, because he said his mama fucked with him, but not like that, because it was her sister. Okay, he had a cousin that was like 2 years older than him. They moved from Cali. Not gonna say the city, not gonna say the hood, not gonna say no names. They just say they moved to a city. And look, Cali, he ended up fucking with the Crips in the Crip neighborhood. And his older cousin ended up fucking with the Bloods in the Blood neighborhood. They are first cousin. They mothers or sisters. So keep that in mind. They first cousins. And that was cool, but he was a Crip and his cousin was a Blood. So it's a drought on the dope. And motherfuckers ain't got no dope. The Crips don't. So the Bloods got all the bricks and shit like that. So his cousin is selling fake dope. Fake bricks of dope. Which is very dangerous. Which is something you shouldn't do in the city that you're in. Yeah, motherfuckers used to do that shit out of town. But that shit even dangerous then. Anyway, he's selling fake dope, bricks of dope. He said these Crips, this dude homies, some fake, like 4 or 5 bricks of some fake dope. Okay. Now, he fucking with that juice at the time, which is Sherm. I don't know if you know about it, but it's very big in Texas. So he on that Sherm real bad. And they kidnap him, put him in a van. They getting them high as shit on this Sherm, and they telling him, say, bro, you finna die. Or either call your cousin and have him meet you at the room, act like you finna buy some more bricks. And when we come in, just leave out. So he called his cousin, say, man, I need a brick or two. Meet me at the hotel. They at the hotel. He go up to the room. He on that Sherm. He looking nervous and shit. This is what he telling me. And the Crips out there in the van. His cousin come upstairs. And while he in the I might have told this story when I first started my channel. But anyway, his blood cousin come up there, and he got a duffel bag with the shit. And so he pacing back and forth. And so when his cousin see him, he like, what's up with you, bro? He was like, man, what just where the dope at, bro? He was like, here, bro, but what's up, man? Ain't nothing, bro, ain't nothing, man. Man, just where it's at, man, here, man, just get it to me, man, let's go, man, let's get out. Anyway, so he didn't say no, let's get out of here. But he was just like acting paranoid. So while he acting paranoid, his cousin looking at him crazy. Keep in mind, his cousin, his blood cousin, had his road dog dude he fucked with every day. They hustled together, and he was a blood. And so he had him out there in the car waiting. Gunshots go off. So the blood look at his Crip cousin like, you done set me up type look, and take off running down the stairs because he thinking that his partner done got hit. When he get down there, his partner done got shot up. The Crips are running. He take off running after them, shoot, empty the clip on him. He go back to the car where his partner is dead, and he's holding him in his arms. The police show up and take him to jail for the murder of his best friend. So he's in jail calling Lil Cali, the Crip. Bro, what the fuck you got me in there for, bro? I'm in here for the murder of my fucking best friend. Bro, you need to tell these motherfuckers what happened, bro. Get me out of this shit. Man, Lil Cali say, he told him, all right, bro, all right, I got you. He say after that, he stopped accepting his calls. He said in his defense, he was paranoid. He didn't know if his cousin was going to tell on him or not, over setting him up. So he left him in there in the county. Didn't send him nothing, didn't write him no more, didn't accept his calls. His cousin ended up getting life without parole for the murder of his best friend. Not only that, his cousin was so solid. He never wrote a statement. He never tried to get his cousin locked up. He never tried to say, man, my little cousin had me in this motel, and he called me and he set it up. Never got him in trouble. Never mentioned him in this shit. And this was back in 2009. So he's somewhere in the Texas prison right now doing life without parole for the murder of his best friend. And I remember Lil Cali telling me, I said, bro, that shit don't fuck with you? He said, man, He started getting judged, just talking judged. Man, it is what it is. That shit over with now. Ain't nothing I can do. That shit over with now. That shit over with now. You know, my mama and his mama tried to get me to testify on his behalf, but man, I had my crib homies, man, I couldn't tell on them and this and that. After that, I kind of quit talking to him, and eventually I got shipped to another unit. But that story always fucked with me, and he only had 5 years. I'm just telling you, bro, we living in times where fuck boys, they making it, they winning, they getting all the bad bros, they doing all the fucking, they getting the money. The dudes that's getting all the money, bro, them be the fakest motherfucker. They fucking over dudes to get in these positions, bro. When you look at the most famous rappers, bro, those are the biggest fuck boys you would. P. Diddy, Jay-Z, 50, all are some of the biggest fuck. You know how many dudes they had to fuck over? How many real motherfuckers they had to fuck over to get in the position they in, bro? Bro, if I really just wasn't who I said I was, bro, I could play this fake shit and act like I'm the biggest Tank fan. I'm a huge Earl Spence fan and fuck Bud. And I could play this shit. I bet I could play on you motherfuckers. Because I see motherfuckers do it all day. Motherfuckers play this internet shit. I just rather speak what I feel, bro. I'd rather speak what I feel, bro. You know what I'm saying? I done lost so many followers because I ain't no Tank dick rider, or I don't ride certain fighters nuts and all this kind of shit. And I just speak what I feel. I done lost many followers for that shit. A lot of motherfuckers get tired of me talking about this black shit, but I would not stop talking about it. I won't stop talking about it, bro, because it's in my heart. Last but not least, even though there are no benefits or no rewards for being real, the only benefit, and it don't come to you. You don't receive no benefits for being real. There's no reward or none of that shit. But when I think about Malcolm X, that's one of the realest motherfuckers that ever walked this earth. And he received no reward, no benefit. There's no holiday after him. There's no nothing. The only Malcolm X street I know is in South Dallas. And it's dangerous as shit over there. But yeah, I didn't nobody tell me about Malcolm X in school. They only told me about Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks. That's it. And I knew that George Washington Carver made peanuts. But after I studied him, he did a lot more than that. They just tried to make it like he was just the peanut butter man. George Washington Carver did way more than just fucking grow some peanuts. Way more than that shit. He invented over I want to say over 50 different things. He had over 50 different inventions. But anyway, the only reward is to those, it's what you leave behind. Is what you leave behind. You may not be rewarded, but somebody who heard your message, they can be rewarded. It could change their life, because it was brothers like Malcolm X. It was brothers like Huey P. Newton that when I read about you brothers, it inspired me to change. I no longer wanted to harm black men. I no longer wanted to be a danger to my fucking community. I no longer wanted to be a fucking gangster. I no longer wanted to be that shit, bro. So what I'm saying is, even me, it may be 10 years down the line, it may be 5 years, but it's going to be a brother that's going to end up clicking on this 903 boxing, and they're going to end up getting introduced to this sauce, and it's going to help brothers. My words will help brothers, and not only that, my actions will too, because it's deeper than words. But it just I'm taking my time with this shit, bro. It's steps and everything. You can't rush yourself. It's so much I want to do. It's so much more I want to say, so much more I want to do. But we just taking it one step at a time. And I'm just being bold in how I feel and what I stand on. And I don't care if everybody think I'm crazy for it, or if I'm just, oh man, he tripping and he just, yeah, I know I could gain way more followers if I just talk monkey shit all day. A lot of people fuck with me because I know how to talk monkey shit. Oh boy. Yeah, I can be a baboon just like you motherfucker. But nah, bro, I just love my people. It's just in my heart. And a lot of people can read about our history and shit, and it may not touch your heart. It may not penetrate you. It may not penetrate your heart and your mind, but it did it for me. And ever since then, I just knew that eventually, bro, you're going to have to dedicate your life to the struggle. Whether you receive a benefit or a reward or not, bro, stand on what you believe in. Stand on what you believe in, and even if it ain't popular, bro. So I just choose to stand on what I stand on. And I'm not looking for a reward. I'm not looking for a benefit. I'm not looking for a big bag of money for this shit. or none of that shit. I'm just gonna be who I am, and I'm just gonna let God lead my path and just lead me in this walk of righteousness. And nah, bro, I just love my people, bro. And I understand that it was people before us, and those people were great people, and they was beat and hung for no reason. They was beaten, they was hung, and they was tortured for no reason. And so I don't forget the pain that was inflicted upon them people. I don't forget how them people was live their entire life as a slave. And their daughter was born into slavery. Their son was born into slavery. Their mama was a slave their entire life. I don't forget them people. I don't forget them people that couldn't read or write, but they could grow a garden, some shit we can't do. And they knew how to skin an animal and hunt. It's a lot of shit that our ancestors knew how to do, but they couldn't read or write. But they was way better people than us. And they loved each other. So I aspire to be like them people. I'm inspired by those people, and I fight for those people, and I fight for us. They're still going through this bullshit today, but I'm telling you, bro, you can keep trying to be some cool shit, because that's all our culture is. It teaches to be some cool shit, bro. I'm through trying to be cool. I don't give a fuck about no cool shit, bro. When I chose to stand on what I stand on, bro, everything come with it. Everything come with it. Everything come with it. I'm willing to die or whatever I have to do behind anything that I stand for. And even if it's only me standing on this shit, if I'm standing alone, bro, I'd rather just stand alone than to be a sucker and get on some monkey shit and just want to be accepted and get the bag. Because a lot of you motherfuckers that always talk about the bag, bro, it's a lot of shit. I question any man that's all about the bag, because I feel like you a homosexual. I think you'll let a white boy do some weird shit to you if you just about the bag. So yeah, this is 903 Box, and I'm your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.